Welcome everybody to our jelly roll race. This is the quilt I'm going to make. I'm going to start with this jelly roll, and it's a Moda fabric. It's 3:50 in the morning. This is my backing, and I'm going to open it and take it from the top straight on down and start putting them together, face together, right sides together. I'm sewing just a 1/4 of an inch above the selvage lines. And some of them have really thick selvages, like almost an inch. So you'll see me cutting them off throughout this video. Just the long ones. And this is a 42 piece strips of 2.5 inch fabrics. Finished with putting them all together. Now I'm going to slice the strings that hold them apart. And this one's all twisted, so I have to straighten that out. I know it's going to twist my quilt. And we've got them all apart. Now I'm going to try to find the ends in the beginning and put them together and run a seam all the way down the right hand side. A 1/4 inch seam, and I'm bending the seams towards me so they'll slide under there easily. You can see where I chopped, that one was too long. I put the alarm clock underneath, but it has too much light against it. You can't see it often. This takes me about an hour and 20 minutes to get through all of them. Although this video seems to be about 17 minutes long. I slow it down when I have salient points to show you. We're coming to the end. And when you do, all you have to do is put the seams together and slide your scissors in there and snip it up. Snip. And then sew it all the way down and grab your beginning and your ending and put them together. Open them up, place right sides together, and sew down the right hand side again. Oh, I'm going to take the strips and see if I can't gather them together and place them under here so I can keep it off the cat-haired floor. And I'm going to begin again. And it's been about 47 minutes to get the first part done. It goes half the time now because you're doing with less and less fabric all the time. Open them up and start sewing. Then I'll speed it up a bit. Keeping them open is awful hard. I found a best way for me is to keep them flat by taping something over top of the bottom fabric. And I try to keep it about the width of the fabric. Sure worked well though. See how it just keeps that bottom one wide open? I knocked the camera over. Oops, sorry. And I'm going to come to the end of this second pass and slow it down a bit. And you see there's a twist in it. So I pretty much came to the end of the pencil with it and then decided to cut it there. And then I'd straightened it up afterwards. Just laid it flat and chopped it at the end. It did make a little bit of a jagged edge. And then I sewed it all the way down again. And then I decided to straighten up that end that I'd cut. Only cut off about ½ inch. You see how ragged that is. There, all fixed. Now grab your beginning end, and I'm going to get a larger ruler because this is twice as wide as it was before. I'm going to anchor this so I can put the rest of the stuff all under my arm away. So I'll only go a little bit down the side. Once I have that under my feet, I can open this up, grab the tape and the ruler, and place it over the top of the underneath fabric so it'll stay flat again. Now I'll tape it down. Now I can start in again. I'll speed it up so we can get through it real quick. See how nice it keeps that flat? Oops, got a little twisted. Now we're at their end, and I'm a little bit, they don't match in the end, so I'm going to chop off maybe a 1/4 of an inch so that they'll be straight. Then I'll find the top again and the end and open it up. I'm going to slide it under there and anchor it for a second so I can get it the rest of the fabric where it belongs. And I think I'm going to increase the size of the ruler. I'll just take two rulers together and keep the bottom flat again. That certainly worked well. This paper tape is wonderful for quick and easy movement of things without leaving any sticky trace behind. Now slide the material under the rulers and put the top back on, and we're ready to fly again. Put the edges together and run it down the right hand side again. Now we're working with 8 strips on top and 8 strips on bottom, so that makes 32 strips so far. I'm going to come to the bottom real quickly, and since it's folded all by itself, I'll just take and cut it along the fold line, and then I'll run the rest of it and find the top and the end and place them together one more time. So now this makes 16 on the bottom and 16 on the top, so that makes 32 rows of fabric together. Now left enough room to slide my scissors in, and we're done. Thank you for watching. The next part is part 2. We'll be sewing the quilt. Part 3 will be designing an all-over quilt pattern in ink stitch, and part 4 will be machine embroidery. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.